With YouTube attacking alternative media, please consider supporting the channel via Patreon for just $1 per month. Link below. We've apparently found out that a Cat in the Hat animated movie is in the works. Now, the 2002, is it 2002 or 2003? Cat in the Hat movie starring Mike Myers is a nightmare of a film. It is a bad movie, right? I mean, clearly coming off of Ron Howard's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Dr. Seuss guys really wanted it to be a follow-up to that. They wanted it to be something as good as How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It wasn't. It was just a mess of a movie that at this point in time, probably I would say I would blame this movie too for launching Paris Hilton's film career. Because if you recall at the time, you probably don't, but I do. At the time, Paris Hilton's 2 or 3 second cameo in the movie was actually a big deal before the film came out. And yeah, I remember seeing that part and going, who is that again? And then a couple months later, you find out about A Night in Paris and you're just like, oh, I still don't care. But ultimately, The Cat in the Hat was a bad movie. I think we all can agree with that. Then, of course, they tried it again, animated with Horton Hears a Who, which was, oh, okay, starred Jim Carrey. It was all right. You also got The Lorax, which was a horrible, soulless, just a bad movie. I watched that movie and I hated it. I hated every second of it. But I still love me some Dr. Seuss. So, if an animated Cat in the Hat movie is in the works and it's not going to be Mike Myers trying too hard, then maybe we got ourselves a decent situation. Now, it says here that according to The Hollywood Reporter, Warner Animation Group signed a deal with Dr. Seuss Enterprises to create a series of movies based on the work of Dr. Seuss, and the first to get an animated feature is The Cat in the Hat. The studio will reportedly begin its search for a writer for the project soon. So, am I to believe, my takeaway from this essentially, is that the Dr. Seuss Cinematic Universe is going to be upon us quite soon? All I can say to that is hell yeah. Oh, seriously, if they could find a way to tie in the books and make it a larger cinematic universe, I'm actually on board with this. Provided that The Cat in the Hat is presented as a single standalone movie that's not trying to build off the merits of a proposed standalone universe or as a proposed cinematic universe, and therefore, kind of screw up the film, like 2017's The Mummy from Universal, or King Arthur from Warner Brothers, or probably going to be even the new Robin Hood from Lionsgate. You have to start with a good enough movie and go from there. And that's not something that we've seen very often recently when people try to dive into that realm. But this is Dr. Seuss. It's a series of non-connected books, but very similarly themed, and if done properly, could find themselves in the right position. Now, it says here that for generations, Dr. Seuss has entertained and delighted children and adults alike with his whimsical tales. Dr. Seuss Enterprises President Susan Brandt said, "Our partnership with Warner Animation Group continues those efforts by reimagining the beloved characters and stories for theater-going audiences while keeping the integrity of Dr. Seuss's vision intact." Now, you have to love that she says theater-going audiences. So they're clearly going to be putting a budget behind this because they're going to try to capitalize on the kids that still go see movies. It's one of the reasons why animated films do better in theaters. Parents will take their kids to go see it multiple times. It's a good way to make some money. Warner Animation Group Executive Vice President Allison Abade, whatever, I probably mispronounced it, I apologize, will manage the studio partnership with Dr. Seuss Enterprises. WAG's next major film, Smallfoot, will be released on September 28th. So, and then followed by a sequel to the Lego Movie. Now, first off, I just want to point out that it is an absolute shame that Lego Batman did not get nominated for an Academy Award for Best Animated Picture. That was awesome. But yet Ferdinand did. So Warner has a ways to go. But Dr. Seuss is a very beloved series of books, a very beloved franchise. And you could tell that they're trying to probably enter into this game from not only an award perspective, but a financial one. They want to make a lot of money off of this, and I don't blame them. Now, we do know that they are doing How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but I don't know if that's being done. I think that's being done through Fox and not Warner's. So that connection to the books is not going to be there. However, that would be pretty cool. I would assume that they're going to probably do the Lorax and maybe not the Lorax. I don't know. What's it? Green Eggs and Ham will probably be a movie. And a bunch of those books are probably going to be movies. Those ones that aren't being done through, I believe, Blue Sky Animation over there at Fox, which if they still hold the rights to the other ones, then expect that to go to Disney. Oh, snaps. I didn't even think about that one. That's something, right? So if they sign this deal before Fox goes to Disney, right? Think about that. They're signing this deal before 20th Century Fox goes in under the Disney umbrella. Therefore, if they have the rights to that property through Blue Sky or whatever, I don't know if that's a subsidiary, but if Fox has the rights to that, then that would go to Disney. And just imagine Disney and Pixar tackling Dr. Seuss. Now that would be a hell of a thing. So Warner's is clearly trying to capitalize on it and secure it and lock it down before that inevitably happens now at this point, which is interesting. So I have to wait and see what happens with this. I do have a feeling that they are going to very much make themselves a series of good movies, and I hope that they live up to the hype and the name that is Dr. Seuss.